Hello there and welcome back to the channel. Today, I am not in my normal setup. I'm recording this on my iPhone, but you know what? We get to the grind by any means necessary. And speaking of that, 2022 wasn't, it, I didn't really hit the goals I wanted to hit. So I didn't even plan on making these videos until I had like a lot of equipment and a whole bunch of other things set up. And then one night I just decided to stop making excuses for myself. And so I started putting these videos out. I lose motivation and I kind of start to question the things I'm doing. And that's kind of how I started to feel towards the end of the year for 2022. So I decided to just nip it in the bud and get back on the grind for 2023. So that's why there's been an absence of videos. I've wanted to make an end of the year wrap up, a recap, top 10, bottom 10, most anticipated, stuff like that. But I decided to just kind of take a step back, reevaluate everything, and use 2023 as a motivating factor to kind of get back into it. And that is what we're doing, because today we're talking about Megan. Megan is currently at a 94% critic score on Rotten Tomatoes and an 80% audience score, which is very shocking to me. I'll tell you right now, I'm not that high on this movie. It comes in at an hour and 42, so you're in and you're out. It doesn't hold you for very long. It is PG-13, and it is directed by Gerard Johnstone. He has done Housebound. He was a director, screenwriter, and film editing, and that also had a 95% on Rotten Tomatoes, but I have not checked that out, so I can't speak on it. Now, I'll get into the pros and cons, but I really want to read what the critics' consensus is about Megan, because I stand with it 1000%. Megan is the rare horror comedy that delivers chuckles as effortlessly as chills. Now, this movie was more of a fun theater experience, and that's really what I can chalk it up to. I didn't necessarily love it as a movie, more as a movie experience. It wasn't really that good. There's a lot of choices that they make in this film, a lot of choices towards the end that they make, to where you have to just kind of accept that this is the type of movie they're giving you. It doesn't take itself serious at all. The jokes are funny, and it is a very fun atmosphere sitting in the theater and having everybody laugh along with you. And then it's occasional scary moments, which I wish we had more of. And I know there's been rumors about how they wanted to get out an R-rated copy of this that featured more scary scenes, and it wasn't as, PG-13 as this movie was. And I'm kind of wishing that that's the copy that we got, because this theater release of Megan wasn't really for me. Up until like the third act, there was a lot of stuff that I was liking, I will say that. The comedy, like I said, is so funny, especially in a theater full of everyone. And my girlfriend's brother-in-law, who I went and watched this with, made a very good point, saying if he would have watched this at home with just him and his wife, he thinks he would have hated it. And honestly, I can see where he's coming from. If this is a movie that you just watch at home, you'll chuckle a little bit, but eventually you'll think it's just dumb. Whereas watching it in a theater, it's very fun to kind of laugh along with the audience and understand that, like, this isn't supposed to be taken serious. There's a little line in the movie where Megan starts singing the most random song to Katie, and as soon as she starts singing, the whole entire audience just busted out laughing. And there's moments like that I can appreciate from this movie, but as a film overall, it wasn't the best, and I wasn't the biggest fan of this movie, which I honestly went in with no expectations, so I can't really be mad at it. It is very shocking that critics have this rated as high as they do on Rotten Tomatoes, 94%, even the audience score at 80%. But you know what? To each their own. I still think it's a very solid movie. My final rating is a 63 out of 100. Not too bad, definitely not terrible. If you take it for what it is, as just a campy, cheesy horror comedy, more comedy than horror at times, then you'll have a good time and you'll enjoy this. So without further ado, that's my review. This one is a little bit messy. The lighting is off. I don't have all the equipment that I would like to have, but you know what? We get these videos out. We're getting back on that grind. Make sure to check out the link tree in the bio, all the socials. I'll have everything posted there. And yeah, show some love, show some support. Thank you for everything. Without further ado, that's my review. Thank you. Peace.